a lot of people would say you are the luckiest man alive. You get to smash chicks for a living. Is that true or false?
Actually, false. I don't really care about that. That's not even my favorite part about doing porn. More so for me, the creative freedom is, which is why I've been independent most of this time in my career, because I like editing. I like making these cool pictures, these cool videos. I just like the creative freedom and getting paid for it. The sex is like, because I didn't fuck so much throughout my adult life. Like it's nothing to me.
If people were to like promote more on females that look like myself, I'm skinny, but I am someone's cup of tea. And if people were to promote that, then the world would be a better place.
They think that sex is supposed to create life. No, man, I just want to get off. Like, I'm horny as hell right now.
Is it a journey to love yourself the way you are?
Of course.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. I mean, there's a number of people, especially in the industry, who are the regular size, standard size, and they're very insecure. And sometimes they look to us, who's BBW, and we're feeling fierce and fabulous, and they're like, wow, we're worried about how we look, and you guys are just flaunting it and having fun out there.
I want thickness.
Sure.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Thiccness Protection Program. This is the podcast celebrating body positivity and telling real stories from real adult entertainers. We have a porn star power couple on the show today who I'm very excited about. Back for the very second time is Mulan Blossom, and here for the very first time is Bones Montana. Welcome, y'all. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Hey, what's up? Glad to be here.
Yes, back again.
Back again. Okay, cool. Because pardon the interruption, Palm Tree, but this is Pimpin' Palm, the Mackin' emoji. And before we go any further in this interview, I'm gonna need you to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell. Now back to the Thiccness Protection Program. I want to encourage everybody, first of all, to go watch the episode with Mulan that we just put out. Great time. And she basically bragged about Bones Montana the entire time. So we had to cut him off.
Pretty much.
Just playing. But for real, if you guys really want to know Mulan's backstory, that's a great place to start at, because I'm really focused on getting to know both of you, but we gotta, know Bones, your whole childhood upbringing and how you got into this industry and how you got to where you are today.
Okay.
First question I gotta get off my chest, man. How many times do people online or in person just say, "Hey, you look like Freddie Gibbs"?
Oh man, I get that quite often. Not gonna lie, I get that a lot. Actually, somebody actually told me that 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Head was shaved, had the polo shirt. I guess the whole Freddie Gibbs drip. Yeah, it was like, nigga, you like Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, it's something about dark-skinned brothers with bald, shaved heads. And I noticed your birthday's June 11th. His is, I think, June 14th. And then Tupac's is sometime in June. So I'm like, is this a Gemini trait?
I think so. I really think so. I think the older you get, you just tend to cut your hair. And yeah, I'm starting to think it's a Gemini thing.
Maybe. Okay. Let's knock out some of the basics. So first of all, how did you two meet?
Ooh, man. All right. So you want to start that?
Yeah, Mulan, go ahead.
I tell the unedited version, so you want to tell the edited version.
Edited? Nah, fuck that. Tell them the unedited.
No, because you don't want to hit me up first.
Oh, okay. All right. So check it, right? This was back in 2020, a little while before the pandemic. I had just moved out to Vegas. So I was reaching out to local content creators out here in Vegas just to see, what kind of content you make, where your head is at, just to see who I could work with. I'm trying to feel out the whole Vegas vibe. So she popped up and I saw that she was here, and I was just asking a question. I wasn't even trying to holler at her, but she thought I was. Like, she thought I was trying to get her on some let's fuck type shit. And I'm just like, nah, I'm just trying to figure out what you shoot, because I see you do feet stuff, you do a little bit of fetish stuff. I'm just trying to feel her out. And the first time around, she was pretty dry on me. Like real dry. Like, oh, okay. And oh yeah, give me a little dry answers.
I thought he was in my inbox trying to just
trying to get some ass. So, and I hate when male content creators hit me up. That's like, I don't like that because
Really?
I don't work with anybody. So it's like, don't assume or hit me up or whatever. But honestly, he wasn't really like in my inbox really jarring. And it was very like just questions or whatever. But I'm just like, I'm Gucci, like I'm good.
So after that conversation, I was just like, oh, well, fuck you too then. But I didn't say that. You know, I just looked at the phone and I was like, oh, well, shit, fuck you too then. And just charged that to the game. What was it, like a couple months later after that, she hit me up out of nowhere and said, hey, let's chill. And at this time, I was focused. I wasn't really, I would never thought all this would be what it is now. You know what I mean? I was just chilling. She was like, hey, you want to hang out? So where we first chill at?
No, you gotta say, the tables turn.
Oh.
The tables turn because
okay, go ahead.
I seen a viral video and I was like, ooh. I'm like, oh, now I want to fuck. So
saw that stroke.
So I hit up one of my friends that I actually seen that was one of his friends. And I was like, yo, is he cool? Is he not a creep or whatever? And he was like, nah, he good. So yeah, that's when I hit him up and was like, yo, you want to come over? This, that, and the third. So yeah, from there on, we've been stuck like glue.
I love it.
Literally.
I love it. You know what? In any context, it's good to see Black love today, first and foremost. And then it's always something special when a lady turns you down at first and then you somehow play your cards right or God just makes it happen to wind y'all up together.
Right. I wasn't even tripping, you know?
Yeah.
Tripping at all. But
player, that's how the game goes.
Yeah. I mean, really what really got us to really vibe very well, we both like watching video game playthroughs.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Markiplier is our boy. Like, I think when I first came to chill with her, you know, we sat back, relaxed, watched some Markiplier, struck up a good conversation, and, you know, it was on and popping ever since.
Yeah, when video games bring people together, that's, you know, something very beautiful. I mean, I've had relationships that have, you know, blossomed, no pun intended, over like Animal Crossing. So, yeah. And my bad, Mulan, I kind of got excited and interrupted you last time when you said you like to play Switch, because I could kind of hear in the playback, you're like, I like to play The Sims, and I didn't really get into your whole like gaming realm or whatever.
No, that's cool.
From there, but yeah, so Sims, and then did I hit a punchline when I said Animal Crossing?
Yeah, you said something.
Yeah, believe it or not, during quarantine, I was strung out on that shit. Like, I was probably playing 5 hours a day of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I never got a chance to play that game.
Don't. It's very addicting game. Like,
okay.
It's a whole nother. It came along at the perfect time. Yeah, for quarantine. Yeah. Let's digress back to you, Bones. So, where'd you grow up? What was your childhood like? Take me back to those early days.
All right. Shoot. Well, I grew up in Georgia. In between one half Columbus and another half Atlanta, Georgia, but mostly in Atlanta at this point.
Okay, dirty.
Yep. And yeah, I've been there for a large portion of my life, but I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, though. Yeah. So let me not get too ahead of myself, because life started in Boston. Then I moved to Georgia, and it was like a back and forth thing between my parents, because, you know, my mom stayed in Georgia, my dad stayed in Massachusetts. So I got to see life both in the South and in the East Coast, well, the north side of the East Coast. It's pretty interesting.
And that's an interesting thing you two have in common, because Mulan, you were born in Fresno, California, but you grew up in Jersey and Philly. So kind of living in two places that are very different from each other. Is that kind of one thing you guys had in common?
Sort of, because we like the same things, like soul food and
hell yeah. Ooh,
come on now,
man. Let me tell you,
you got to put me on to some good soul food spots out there in Vegas,
man.
You can go
in the comment section, fans. I need y'all help, or anybody watching this. Please point me out to a good soul food spot out here in Vegas, because I swear they ain't got it. I've been trying to find macaroni and cheese, and I swear it, man. I cannot find no good macaroni and cheese out here. I can't find no good oxtails. I can't find yams. I can't find none of that shit. None.
Yeah, we gotta locate some soul food in Vegas without using Yelp. You know, we gotta really have the people chime in on this one.
Or some good Caribbean food, like either soul food or Caribbean food, one of the two.
Yeah. Gotta have both. Okay, cool. So tell me more about your childhood, man. Like, how were your parents? How'd you do in school?
My parents are pretty cool. They actually know what I do now.
That's good.
I mean, I started when I was 29, so my mom was like, well, shit, you grown. So.
And how old are you now?
33.
Okay.
Not that old, but getting there. A little bit of gray hair and a beard. But
hey man, I'm turning 30 in October, so I'm just trying to get as many perspectives as possible before I get there.
Hey, the 30s is actually pretty fun, man. You gonna
That's
like
what it seems like.
Word. But yeah, as far as my upbringing, you know, my parents are pretty cool. They did the whole co-parenting thing because they had me as teenagers. My mom actually walked across the stage with me for a graduation. That's because she had me, I say about 4 or 5 days before she graduated.
She walked across the. Oh, she was pregnant with you.
Yeah, walked across.
I got it all wrong in my mind.
Like
I thought she like walked across when you got your diploma.
Yeah, you know, she was that young.
Okay. Oh, walked across holding you. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know about most porn stars' story. You know, I know they come from like crazy, messed up, broken homes and families and all that, which I'm not judging. But my family has been pretty cool. You know, the saying "it takes a village to raise a child." I felt like I experienced that. You know, my parents been there for me, my grandparents, my aunties, my uncles, you know, family, friends, like everybody's been there for me and, you know, just really show love. So I really grew up around love.
That's a beautiful thing, man. You got to grow up around love. And, you know, I come from, you know, same thing, both loving parents, loving grandparents, good village. So I think, you know, as young Black people today, I think that we need that always, and we don't always get that. So I can't stress to, you know, to listeners how important that is.
Sure.
Let's just get it out there. You know, how did you get into this industry?
Shit. I'm still trying to figure that out because this wasn't even my plan, bro. Like, this was not my plan at all.
You got to tell them the story.
Oh, man, I got to tell them the story. All right, so this goes all the way back to like late 2017. I had me a nice little job, nice crib, nice car, and all that. I was living a pretty cool life, like pretty good life. I was straight, but I wasn't happy though. You know, had like 2 jobs, and
what were you doing before this? Might I ask?
I was working at a warehouse doing like repairs. It was a warehouse for music equipment. So I would often like repair speakers, guitars, things of that nature. Pretty crafty with my hands. But I wasn't really happy with it, man. Working those kind of jobs in the South, you know, you deal with a lot of bullshit, like little racist remarks and shit like that for me. And I just had enough of it, man. I just said like, yo, fuck this shit, I quit.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, I did that, so what's next? But luckily I had like a little part-time job like to back me up. So I'm chilling at that part-time job. I don't really do anything at that job. I was just sitting in the office looking at my phone because there's nobody really in there. I was looking through my phone. I saw this ad for like this site called Amateur Estrella. Pinky was promoting it at the time.
Got it.
And
legend.
Right. Most definitely. So I saw Amateur Estrella. I'm like, okay, what's this about? And I saw that you could make videos and get the royalties from it. So I'm like, okay. The only word that stuck out to me is royalties. Like nothing else. I'm like, okay, I can get money off of this. So I signed up for that, and I was just supposed to do one video, man, just one video. But to make a long story short, I had my first shoot through them January 2018. And my first shoot was a threesome with royalty Miss Feed Me. Shout out to Feed Me. Got a lot of love for her. and another sister by the name of Jessica Sweetie. It was a threesome scene. And I was supposed to wear a mask and everything. I wanted to be discreet. I just wanted to like do this one little scene and just be done with it and just get money off of it. I even went to the little military tactical store to give me a little ski mask. And
oh, wow. You're trying to be super incognito.
Yeah, man. So I get there, the cameraman setting up for the shoot, Royalty and Jessica getting ready. And they don't even know this part. But as they were talking, I was sitting on the other side of the room, my back facing towards them. I was reaching in my bag, and they was having a conversation to the degree of, I don't know why people want to be discreet and do porn. They're going to find out who you are anyway. So they're saying this as I'm pulling the mask out the bag. So I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and put this shit back in. Just fuck it. Whatever happens from here, it's whatever.
Did you know your life was completely about to change after that scene?
No. I thought I was just gonna do that one scene and just be done with it. And if anybody found out, I'd say, hey, you know, it's just one scene, I'm getting money from it, and I don't care. But no, that didn't happen. I shot that scene, and I guess because the quality was so good, they loved it. Amateur Estrella loved it. And that one scene led to me doing another scene, and then another scene, and then another scene, but different people from Atlanta were reaching out to me. So yeah, almost 5 years later, here I am.
Fascinating. Now, had you always been a dude who, you know, had a lot of girlfriends or had a lot of chicks, had a lot of girls trying to get at you?
Whew, man, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Yeah.
Interesting. Now, I mean, does that ever like, did you have, so you had probably built up like a lot of like stamina and a lot of like, okay, like I could do this, a lot of confidence from, you know, all these past relationships or past encounters with women?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like how to talk, how to conduct yourself, and most importantly, how to fuck, like never was an issue, you know, from those first few scenes you did?
Nah, I actually been told that I was a natural at it. And I think that's just because like before then I was making like little cell phone videos on my own just for fun.
Right.
Which I mean, I never put those out. I mean, shit, for one, they old, and two, shit, getting them out of release form small to make girlfriends gonna be a bitch. Yeah.
No, I dig it. So a lot of people would say you are the luckiest man alive. You get to smash chicks for a living. Is that true or false?
Actually false. I don't really care about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's not even my favorite part about doing porn. More so for me, the creative freedom is. Okay. Which is why I've been independent most of this time in my career, because I like editing. I like making these cool pictures, these cool videos. I just like the creative freedom and getting paid for it. The sex is like, because I didn't fuck so much throughout my adult life. Like it's nothing to me.
Yeah, so the fucking is nothing to you. It's really, you know what? I feel the same way, not about fucking, but I feel the same way about editing videos, you know, editing podcasts, editing TikToks, whatever quick video I'm working at too, because there is that creative independent freedom where this is your idea and you're bringing it to life.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
And most of my videos I edit on my own.
So did you go through any training or any schooling to edit?
Yeah, I went to graphic design school for a couple years, but I dropped out because I was like, man, why am I paying all this money to go do something that I can teach myself on YouTube?
Yeah, there you go. I mean, sometimes a lot of, I mean, I got my degree, but like a lot of what I do is self-taught, you know, and there's YouTube University. So you can pretty much learn anything online. I feel like at this point, any college, if it's not for a certification or for a trade, like college, you go for, you know, a social and developmental, you know, development.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I plan on going back to school, but just not for that. I feel like I'm pretty natural when it comes to the whole video editing, Photoshop thing, because I've been doing that since high school. Like I've done graphic design classes, video editing classes in high school. So I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, so you were already nice with like all the programs like Final Cut Pro and Avid and Sony Vegas. Okay.
Right. Plus that school don't even exist anymore. I'm not going to say its name, but the school don't even exist no more. So I'm like, it's all for nothing.
Interesting. I mean, I'm glad you didn't spend too much time in there to like come out and owe a bunch of debt. Like somebody we know. But yeah. I saw a video on your Instagram where you were like talking about I was down to my last $100 and I invested it. Can you talk about this story about how you got down to your last $100?
So when I signed up for Amateur Struggler, I think the fee to sign up was around $100 something for the guys. For the ladies, it was free, and for couples, I think it was half that. And I think they just wanted to be real thorough on the background check with the men because, you know, I mean, dudes out here is crazy. So I understood that. And like I told you, I quit my job, one of my jobs, and that job was actually like the top source of income. But yeah, just couldn't deal with it because of the like racist bullshit that I was going through with it.
Yeah, but I could only imagine holding down a blue collar job in the South. Like you gotta be dealing with some racism.
Felt like a damn plantation. But but yeah, when I was getting ready to sign up, I remember I was sitting right there staring at my phone and I saw the pay now button. I'm like, yo, if I do this, I got to make this count. Like, I just got to look at this like an investment because I was down to like my last, like literally my last $100. I was like, yo, I swear if I do this, there's no turning back. Like on everything. So yeah, I made that choice and here I am.
Interesting. Is that advice you put out to others, like invest in yourself no matter if you're, you know, down to your last bit of resources?
Definitely have a plan. Don't be crazy like I
was about to say, please.
Definitely have a plan. Don't do it the way I did it because it went from me telling my boss to go fuck himself to, okay, what am I going to do now? To, okay, I found something. Let me try this. And I just lucked up and it worked.
I feel like all of us entrepreneurs and creatives always kind of have this fantasy of being at your 9 to 5 and telling your boss to go fuck themselves. Or, you know,
it felt good.
That walk out, like that walk out when you exit the building and walk to your car.
Man, wonderful feeling. I've done it twice in my life. Feels great.
Yeah, but then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, part of me thinks that's awesome. Part of me is like, I don't want to get to that point. You know, I don't want to get in another like shitty 9 to 5 situation in the first place, you know?
Right. And to be honest, I've had other jobs like since then, like little temporary jobs just to, you know, back me up.
Cash flow.
Yeah, you know, just bring some cash in. But
Gotta
I
hustle.
never stay that long. Like I always been so addicted to this hustle I got going on now.
I feel it, man. Now, Mulan, let me ask you this first. Do you ever get nervous before a scene? What are some of the thoughts that run through your mind, like leading up to a scene, or during, before or during?
Literally, it's gonna be funny. I just say like, I just hope I don't fart. That's the worst thing if you fart while you filming. Or somebody down there and you fart. Like,
or if you got a gas bubble, if you're a guy.
Like any type of gas is worse. Like, yeah, that's the only nervous thing that I get to. Or I'm about to be like, I hope nobody's extremities stink. But that's about it.
That's about it. Okay. So both of you have always been, you know, comfortable getting up and performing in this way. It's never been like, oh shit, here's a camera right here. Like, I'm going to act different because, you know, you're stroking one person and then here's another person with a big ass camera in your face. And here's another like mic, you know, boom mic right there. Those production elements never throw y'all off.
You want to go first?
I mean, no, they never really throw me up. I feel like for the guys, it's different because y'all got to stay hard.
I mean, for me, I don't really care. Like when I'm shooting, Ain't nobody else here.
I didn't see some weird shit he been in. Like somebody will literally be like having a camera right here, and I'll be like, "That's not uncomfortable."
And I'm just still going. Like, he's not even here.
Yeah, or they be under his butt. I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I feel like I conditioned myself for it because you getting all the information today,
right?
Before this is Thiccness Protection Program. This is the tell-all.
Yes, sir. Because
hey, I'm the porn star Barbara Walters up in this motherfucker. DJ Vlad edition. Nah, I'm just me. All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, before porn, I mean, I've been to like swinger parties and swinger clubs before. So yeah, if you can deal with that with like 100 motherfuckers in the room looking at you, I'm like, yeah, porn is a breeze.
I feel it. Yep. I mean, I on the first in-person porn star interview I did that set the domino effect for Thiccness Protection Program, I was asking Monique Lustley, how does somebody find out about a swinger party?
Damn, how did I find out about
Sometimes FetLife. But you was different.
Nah, for me, I think I just matter of fact, I remember how I first went. It was a cougar that introduced me to that.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I don't want to shout her name. I was gonna shout her out, but I'm like, nah, let me not say that. But yeah, this is cougar, badass Latina cougar. She was like, hey, you ever been to a swinger party? I was like, nah. So
I love Latina cougars.
What's up?
I love Latina cougars.
Oh yeah.
I actually got a line in my stand-up set coming about them.
they cool as fuck. But yeah, so she took me to this swinger club called Trapeze out in Atlanta, and it was quite an experience. And I was a younger dude. I was in my early 20s, so for me that was it was pretty fun. I won't go into too much detail about it. It was pretty fun.
I got you. Now, is there ever a time where whoever you're working with, the other talent, it's just too much? Like it's too much ass, it's just too much heaviness on you, or they're just giving you too much head, it just tickles too much? Like, is there ever a moment where too much is happening?
Man. It's a couple of times where I've had my balls sucked too hard. I gotta tell them to chill out because it's sensitive like eggs. Shout out Old Dirty Bastard, RIP, Old Dirty Bastard.
Rest in peace, ODB.
Yeah, for those that got that line. And nails, bro. Like ladies with the long ass sharp nails. Yo, I got cut one time, like right in the hole of my penis, bro. Like, ouch! Blood was just rushing.
Oh,
I didn't shoot for a week.
So they had to like call the paramedics on the set.
No. I just ran straight to the bathroom, got a rag, washed it off, and just was like, all right, fuck this. We ain't doing nothing. Right. And the scene just started.
Game over. Wow.
So you can ask her. When I get on set, I'm checking nails.
Yeah, because long nails are very sexy to me, but like, to have somebody dig them into you, that's got to be very fucking painful.
It was crazy that it was by accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like in a little sideways position, and she's playing with her clit and all that, and my dick just came out and it just met with her nail. Like the timing was perfect, but good timing, but bad timing. Yeah.
Yikes. Okay. Well, Mulan, you can answer this next question first. Some people have asked me in the DMs to ask you guys about like how much do you make per scene? How much are you guys getting paid for certain content, whether it's your own that you're selling or whether you do a shoot for a studio like BB Dub Highway or Plumper Pass?
That's your question.
So for females, you can range up from, I want to say 5 and up, probably like $500 to $1,000 per scene. As far as the content you make by yourself, it really depends. Some girls can make more money off of what they do, and some girls can make less money off. It just really depends on a person. But an average video or content that you should be at least making $100 off of it, and that's on a low ball.
Okay, at least $100 per scene. Got it.
Well, yeah, if you do the content yourself, like if you're doing like a trade, And if you keep the content, you should at least be making $100 off that scene. But with actual productions, they usually pay $5,000 to $1,000. But with men, it's different.
Right. And Bones, can you share with us how much it is for men?
Depends on who you're shooting for. Some guys will pay you $200. Some guys gonna roll out the red carpet for you and pay you $700 plus.
Okay. So in order to make a living off of this shit, you obviously gotta, do plenty of scenes,
Oh yeah. You definitely gotta get your name up.
So are you doing like on a typical work day for either of you guys, are you doing like just one scene or two, or how many will you do?
Oh shit, you go first, baby.
I'm not. I usually do a scene by myself or something like that. So in a month, I'll probably do 2 or 3. I do one I do one production, probably maybe twice. Yeah. Like twice a month, I'll do a production. So yeah, but solo or something like that is probably a couple times, but he shoots way more.
Oh man. There's been times where I've shot like 6 scenes in one day. Don't ask me how I did it.
Wow. Yeah. And you got to get pre-tested before all of those just to work with the different talent.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So porn stars can never be afraid of needles either.
Oh, no. Yeah. We getting poked by needles for like the past 4.5 years now.
Wow.
And I hate needles.
Yep. You can't be squirmish. Yeah. Can't be afraid of a needle. Can't be afraid of a dick. That's how it goes. Speaking of a dick, keeping it up, how do you maintain a boner this whole entire time when you're banging this gorgeous woman?
Wait, how I keep it up for her?
No,
for any female talent, because I done seen you smash some thick ass mamas like Rose D. Kush, who I want to have on here, Aston Martin.
Oh man,
you guys had a beautiful threesome scene with.
Shout out to her too.
Yeah,
Aston.
Oh yeah,
shout out to
Aston's fine.
Ghetto Fantasy.
I love Aston.
She's such a cool lady. Just such a classy lady. Yeah.
So usually I would wear my cock ring.
Oh, that's what that's for. Okay. I wanted to ask, but I didn't know how to ask. Like, what does that thing do?
Oh yeah, man. So actually, shout out to Magic Montana. He actually put me onto that.
Yeah.
I was like, what does this do? Like, what's it supposed to do? And he explained it to me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try it. And it helps out a lot. Keeps me hard and makes the cum shots explosive for me for some reason. But I also started experimenting with different kinds, the vibrating kind, the kind that wrap around your balls and all that shit. So yeah, cock rings help out. And plus, also just what I eat. I don't really eat too much the day of the shoot.
Interesting.
Like, I'll eat something like
sorry, man. I actually had some questions about your diet regimen and like the pre-scene rituals. So go on. So I'm curious about this. Go on.
Okay. So pre-scene, I wake up in the morning, I would make me a smoothie, and about to give y'all my little secret smoothie here. So
yeah, I saw on on the other Twitter page that you had the smoothie
you saw that.
Yep.
Okay. So for those that did not see it, so this is my Montana smoothie. You're gonna get some almond milk, some bananas, some berries, some sea moss. That sea moss is important. Get some Tonkat Ali, some ashwagandha, and I don't know how you pronounce it, Muira Poama. I'm probably butchering the hell out of that name, but yeah, get those herbs, put them in a smoothie, put them in a blender, and bam, good to go.
Bam. Okay. And Bones, what is this smoothie called?
I'm gonna call it the Montana smoothie.
The Montana smoothie. Okay. Fire. I'm definitely gonna have to try that, man. Not sold at Jamba Juice. You gotta like hit your local GNC for that sea moss and for those other ingredients.
Oh yeah, get those herbs in powder form too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I heard sea moss like makes your skin younger.
True? Okay. Yeah, sea moss has some great health benefits. Somebody put me onto it about 5 years ago, and yeah, been addicted to it ever since.
Looks
And
like you guys.
I can't put out.
Oh, it got cut off, baby.
Yeah, it looks like your camera cut off.
Oh shoot. Okay. Somebody's trying to call. All right, cool.
Better. Okay. One thing we touched on before I went away for a second, the anime-ish player merch line that you have, which I love. You know, you have the One Piece references, you have the Street Fighter references. Man, what type of stuff on that tip are you into?
Oh man, mostly my inspiration comes from like 90s anime and video games, because as a kid, I was a little badass at times, so that often led to me being on punishment, standing in the house, stuck with my PS1 and my anime tapes. So, yeah, man, I just took what inspired me and just put it to my work.
That's dope.
I can definitely name drop some anime and some games if you like.
Oh yeah, please do.
Street Fighter, One Piece, Ninja Scroll. What else? Pokemon. I was a big Pokemon player when I was.
You gotta be. That's like all 90s babies.
Oh yeah, that's part of the anime starter pack for me. That, Dragon Ball Z. What else? A lot of anime I shouldn't have been watching at that age, like Akira, Violet's Jack, like a lot of vintage anime.
Dope. Speaking of vintage anime from the 90s, one I cannot recommend enough is DNA 2.
Word.
If you've heard of it, they got 2 seasons on YouTube, but you should check that one out. It's you'd love it. It's this nerd kid, like a girl from the future.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and she injects him with this mega truth serum that makes him like the mega playboy. See,
now I could say right now that I would make a scene based on that, but somebody probably gonna steal that idea once they see this. So that's already dead.
You better hop to it. You got it till I'm going out of town this weekend, so I'm not gonna edit till next week.
Word.
All right, cool. As far as like the music side, you know, you just have like a kind of cloud rap aesthetic, I get from like the picture, like the profile picture, and then obviously your name's Bones. I kind of wanted to know, like, are you familiar with the rapper Bones, and you know anybody who's kind of emulated that 90s player style?
Oh yeah. That's also part of the inspiration. I listen to a lot of Xavier Wolf.
Hell yeah, that's my guy.
Bones, 3-6 Mafia, Space Ghost Perp, ASAP Rocky, Odd Future.
Yep, love Tyler.
Oh yeah, love it. So yeah, like cloud rap and all that, like the aesthetics and all that. Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, we're Raider Clan. Yeah, we're definitely on the same wave.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I got Hollow Squad plates on my car. Wolf's a great dude. Been around him numerous times. So yeah, if you come out to LA, we'll definitely pull up to a show.
Okay, for sure.
3 of us. Yep. How did you come up with the name Bones Montana? Because I know there's Magic Montana, and that's a good friend of yours. So I was wondering if.
Oh man. Oh yeah, shout out to Magic.
Put your heads together.
Man, you know what? My name, that was not even supposed to be my name. Like, I just threw that name out there by random, and I was hoping it wasn't going to catch on, but it did. What was the other name I was going to come up with? You can't remember?
No, I remember you literally just told me.
Like, so when it came time for me to sign.
Oh, Buddy Love.
Oh, yeah. That was going to be my
like
name.
From the Clumps.
Yes.
The evil Eddie Murphy.
Like my favorite movie. So I was going to go with Buddy Love if Bones Montana didn't stick, but Bones Montana did. And how I came up with Bones Montana, this go way back when I was in high school, man. Just chilling, playing PlayStation 2 with my friends and shit. And you know how guys, we just have these random conversations like, hey, bro, if you did porn, what would your porn name be? And I think I said something like Boney Montana, some shit like that. Mm-hmm. So when it came time for me to think of a name when I was signing up on that site, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do Boney Montana because that sounds kind of corny. Let me tweak it a little bit. So I came up with Bones Montana, and I'm like, man, ain't nobody going to take that shit serious. But once again, I didn't know that I was going to end up with this life here. So I didn't think it was going to stick. And by the time I was thinking, okay, maybe I should change my name, it was already too late.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if like French Montana or Hannah Montana had anything to do that.
Nah. It was mostly inspired by Tony Montana from Scarface. At that time, Scarface was one of my favorite movies.
Okay, makes sense. When we first connected in the DMs, I was watching your highlights and you shouted out a couple books that were influential to you. Iceberg Slim, Pimp.
Yes.
That's such a captivating book to me just because of how he has such a captivating way with words and how much of that slang from like the 1940s still holds up today.
How does it hold up today?
Yeah, I liked how it holds up today, but like, just tell me about what that book did for you.
For me, it taught me to control my sexual urges.
Interesting.
That's the main thing I got from that book. Like, control your urges, period, women. Like, just don't do too much. Don't be so simpish. Like, just chill, just vibe. Now, I don't agree with all the other shit in the book as far as like him knocking a woman's head across the wall and all that shit, but just it gets
Mulan's face was priceless just now.
It gets pretty graphic when you read the book. But just the whole chill factor, like just relax, don't let people know what you're thinking, kind of have a poker face with your vibe. That's what I got from it.
Really. And then another book we've both read is The Way of the Superior Man. And for the record, listeners, when I say read, I mean listen to on audiobook, because I'm always moving and grooving and always on the go. So that's how I consume books. You motherfuckers can say I don't read, and I'll say, hey, everybody has their own way of learning. but go on. Yeah, The Way of the Superior Man, which is suggested by Nipsey.
Yeah, it's been a while since I read that book. I read that book before I got to porn, so it's a little hazy in my mind. But it just taught me to be a better person, like just a better man overall. How to be in relationships, how to carry myself in relationships, and what to say, what not to say, all that stuff.
Yeah, that is true. Another one that I recommended, was it last time? Oh no, the other one I was telling you about was The Game by Neil Strauss, which is definitely.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, definitely, like how to not act simpish and just how a guy should carry himself. Like, don't try to impress, be impressive.
Word. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I seen that at the bookstore.
Cool. Are there any mentors for you? And both of you feel free to chime in on this. Were there, because Mulan, I didn't get to ask you this last time, but like, was there somebody you looked to, growing up as a beauty standard?
I love Rihanna.
She love her some Rihanna.
I mean, Rihanna, because she a bad bitch. Like, I just don't. That's the only person I really truly just crazy about.
Some Rihanna.
And there's not too many women of color billionaires under 40 or at all. So Rihanna's doing the damn thing. And
exactly.
And in probably a couple of days, she's about to give birth to like the most clouded up kid ever.
Right. Well, next to Cardi B's kid.
Yeah. True that. I think way more than Cardi B's kid. But they're not. I mean, they're not meant to be compared. But
no, but
yeah. Do you see you two having children one day? My bad if it's too soon to ask, but
shoot, ass up.
Maybe.
I'm talking about some maybe.
Maybe
I say yes.
I'm trying to get married first,
and I'm fine with that. I don't mind being shackled to this crazy woman. I don't mind it.
I love it. Okay. Bones, are there any mentors for you, whether in porn or just in life in general?
Any mentors that I know personally, or just people that I look up to?
People that you look up to, and you could know them personally though.
As far as porn, I would say somebody that really helped me out a lot was Mr. Nuts. Shout out to Mr. Nuts. I actually wouldn't have gotten this far if it wasn't for him, because I feel like in Atlanta at that time when I was coming up, it was pretty rough for male talent. Like, Atlanta didn't really have the best rep back then. I feel like it does now. Hopefully, I don't keep up with it, but he was the one that pretty much got me in through the door, like after my first couple scenes, and told me, hey, here's how to edit your videos. Here's how you do this, here's how you get money. So, I really credit him. And also my buddy Ken from BBW Highway, he actually took me to a whole new level and, you know, took me around the country and traveled and just put me onto a lot of cool shit. So, you know, I credit them both.
Very dope. I wanted to ask, you know, being a male talent, you know, most of your, you know, selective fan base, people who subscribe to you probably are male themselves. Have you ever been approached to do a gay scene or approached to do camming, like just like with a man?
I mean, they get in my DM, but I don't really pay that any mind because I don't. And I mean, no disrespect to my gay fans, it's all love, but you know, I'm straight. You know, it's not really my vibe.
Yeah.
But I try to, you know, lend an ear to them. Well, not try. I do lend an ear to them and say, hey, what kind of position do y'all like? What kind of scene do y'all like? So usually on my OnlyFans, I try to like get an idea of what my fans exactly want, whether they're gay, straight, women, or whatever. Like, what do y'all want to see more of? What positions do y'all want to see? What do you want to see me do? What do you want to see me wear? And whatever is something that I'm like, okay, I can rock with that, I'll do it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Ideas to me.
It's in the words of, was it the James Brown song or somebody? I got to look this up later, but got to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, you know, having those features like, you know, to vote on Instagram or vote on Twitter for like what they want to see either you guys wear is cool.
One of the most popular things that my fans, both male, female, want to see is my stroke game. That's the move my hips and all that shit. They love that. And I don't mind doing it because that's how I fuck it. So that and my feet. Like my gay fans love my feet. So
interesting. Yeah. Do you guys ever do pedicure dates together?
We need to. Yeah, we need to. I gotta get these things done. They looking crazy right now. I ain't gonna show them on camera.
No, can't have brother from another planet toenails.
That's how they looking right now.
Okay. Some of the ladies you work with that I've admired are definitely TT Pog. Yeah, and like we already talked about Aston Martin, Maria Bose, but something about when you're banging a cougar is so incredible. What is it about an older woman that you find attractive or you find sexy?
The maturity.
Yes.
Like, as you notice, like most of the women that I worked with are either in their mid-20s and up. Like, I can't deal with the immaturity. And it's not all young women in the industry. It's just I vibe with you better if I can just have a conversation with you. Like a mature conversation with you before and after I shoot, because shit, we're trading energy.
Right. And though I'm always kind of curious, like, to know what are the conversations with talent beforehand, because although it is like on camera, do you still feel like it's an intimate moment in the scene? So it's like, are you really vibing with somebody like, okay, we're going to do this? How is that pre-scene conversation?
So first thing I do, I show them my test results so they can breathe easy.
Okay.
Like, okay, here I'm good. My test is good. Here's everything, all the basic information you need to know. And then I also ask them, you know, what are your do's and don'ts? They tell me their don'ts, and I'm like, okay, so what are your do's? What do you want me to do? Like, what would make you really get into the scene? Because that's what sells it for me. I want you to be very comfortable and just be in your zone while we shooting.
Got it. Yeah, I think that line of communication's very important. Mulan, how about you? Like, what's your pre-scene with talent communication?
Same thing. I mean, do's and don'ts. I tell them, of course, what I don't do. And then showing tests. We figure out what positions we're going to get in, how long the scene is going to be. And then sometimes we'll end up doing paperwork before or after.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. Paperwork after's got to be a trip, just all sweaty, halfway naked, just with a towel and yeah, sign it. I agree that this is this video's property of whatever.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to plug or anything you want to let people know you're working on?
You go first, baby. You know you got a list of shit.
Oh, I don't have a list of shit. So this may actually be my last year as a performer.
Really?
So
you're, and if guys go back and watch the one with Mulan, because it's funny, you're actually thinking about no longer doing hardcore and Mulan and more focusing on like your BDSM and solo camming thing. So that's interesting that both of you are kind of on this wave. Pardon my interruption, but Bones, continue, bro.
Yes. This is my last year as a performer. I'm more so going to be behind the camera this time, trying to put my creative force like behind my friends. Like the whole Bones, my tab is not going to die. So for those that think I'm just going to disappear after this year, like not completely, I'll still be around. You know,
okay.
I'll just be behind the people I care about.
Cool. More producing, more stuff behind the camera, behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Had to ask about the foursome with yourself, Julie Ginger, Crystal Blue, and there was one other lady.
Oh, man. Spooky. Yeah,
Spooky,
shout out to Spooky. I just talked to her before I got on here.
Nice.
Man, so how that happened, I hope they don't mind if I tell the story, but I think Julie had a porn house just for people to come shoot content and whatnot.
There in Vegas?
And when I pulled up, it was a house full of women. I think I was like the only guy there. So I was just in the right place at the right time.
I guess. Yeah. One thing when I was watching it, the one thing I heard when you were banging her, am I tripping or did she say, fuck me, nigga?
I gotta go back and watch that. I did not hear that.
Okay. I mean, listen, Julie's an awesome girl. I had her on a couple months back, but like I'm not offended. I just want to know.
Probably not.
Okay.
It probably just sounds so.
It probably just sounds
it was so much going on, like so much moaning and all that, and I was in the zone, so I ain't even here.
Oh, have either of you ever worked with a white talent who's said that word in a scene?
Hell no.
Okay.
You go first.
Is that that's
no,
unacceptable?
That never happened. I would mollywop a bitch, butt ass naked. We be fighting on that bed.
Hey, and me, I don't play that. I love my people. I'm pro-black, so there's just some shit that I'm just not gonna rock with. And for that reason, there's just certain people, certain companies I don't work with, especially like if they fetishize black men real hard. I stay away from all that.
Yeah, I was kind of curious to know about the whole fetishizing black men thing, because I'll watch these scenes where these chicks are like, oh, I love that big black cock. Why do they even say cock in porno all the time? Like, I love that big cock, but like, are you standing up for black issues? Are you standing up for the racial injustice in this country, in this world? Are you standing up for what's really going on out here, or are you just fetishizing?
Right. It's like, do you really love black men, or you just love black dick?
Yeah.
I think this in my head all the time when I see those women down my timeline. I'm like, you don't care about us, you just care about the dick.
Really?
But I'm probably not their cup of tea anyway, because I'm not the stereotypical BBC black guy they used to go for with the big muscles and the dick down to the knees. I'm pretty average, so I ain't really got a BBC. I got an ABC.
You're working on that one.
You can say beautiful black cock, because
average black cock. You stupid.
Yeah, the average black cock.
If not porn, what would you be doing, Bones?
I'll probably be an artist.
Okay, like a visual artist.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I still want to do that. I feel like I'm doing it somewhere.
Yeah, I see the creativity for sure, man. Just before getting to know you on this call, the thing I thought I could see you doing was, for some reason, I'm like, dude, kind of look like a pro skater or a security guard.
Man, I can't skate to save my life, and wait, what make you think it's a security guard?
You know how just buff brothers just like I don't.
Oh, that comes from doing karate for years.
Yes,
man.
That's funny you say that. I did karate for years too. I did American Kempo, and I got my 2nd degree brown belt.
Oh, word.
What art did you do?
I started off doing Taekwondo, and I did Muay Thai throughout my 20s. And nowadays I do boxing.
Nice.
I still keep in shape, go to the boxing gym. I may not look it because I ain't got a six pack and all that, but best believe I'm training.
Yeah. Mulan, as a woman, are you always, I've heard a lot of girls say like they're not always attracted to like super ripped dudes and six pack abs. Is that would you agree with that statement or what?
I mean, yeah, like I don't know. I don't want nobody to be chubby, but I also don't want nobody to be super ripped either. But I mean, it's guys. I don't know. It's girls' preferences different.
Sounds pretty middle ground to me. All right.
You don't even like pretty boys.
I don't like guys anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah. So I couldn't even
she don't really like guys like that. Like,
well, you should consider yourself very lucky then.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Bones, Mulan, thank you so much for joining me on Thickness Protection Program. I learned a lot, got to know y'all even more. So, hey, I'm gonna definitely give you guys a shout when I'm out there in Vegas this weekend.
Sure.
Make sure you Bones, both of you plug like where they can check out your content and where they can follow you on social media.
Go first, babe.
You can hit me up at MulanBlossom.com, or you can find me on Instagram _Mulan Blossom, or Twitter _Mulan Blossom, and you can go from there.
Okay. For me, Instagram at Bones Montana X, Twitter Bones Montana 3X, and I think that's it. Because I can't say the OF word. I don't want to get you flagged. So yeah.
Well, appreciate that so much. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Thickness Protection Program. My name is Dylan. You can check us out at prettyawesomelipmusic.com. I still don't know exactly where to plug where this show's at. youtube.com/PalmOfficial. Make sure you're subscribe to Palm on Instagram and TikTok. Follow the new Thickness Protection Program Instagram, and we will see you next time. Make sure you comment whatever porn star or adult content creator you want to see me sit down with next. All right, you two. Have a lovely night. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.